kan kagabsan. Tingog kan banwaan. Tingog kan banwaan. Ini ang magiging boses mo pasiring sa pagkakaburunyog. Problema mo, iboses mo. Ikokonektar sa mga nanunugdan na dapat magtrabaho. Boses ko, boses mo, boses taga-boss. Tingog kan banwaan. Tingog kan banwaan. Digdi sa DCGB.
Maray na Webes na pagkaaldaw 19 na ngunyan kan Pebrero taon 2026. Aldaw po ni St. Jude, sugabos na devotos tabi dyan ni St. Jude. Ang pasalamat lamang huli po sa aldaw na intersesyon sa pagbuhay-buhay. Ipadagos na makimaherak, dyan baga tabi sa St. Jude Church sa Barangay Lapu-Lapu, kan Legazpi City. Siyempre sa paghampang takan kaaldawon ang mahal na Diyos dapat permitang ipigpaenot sa gabos. Happy birthday sa mga nagkukumplean yung ngunyan and programa na pong Tingog kan Banwaan. Naglalaom na yaon po kamo dyan, nagdiretso man lamang so mga paradangog dyan, igwang natada. Na namuyang magdangog man asin sabayan kami sagkod alas 10:30. Nin pagkaudto mantang yaong pagayod kamo sa kusina naghanda na kan pangudtuhan. So iba nasa trabaho na, nasa vehikulo. Kumusta ang mga nagbabantay sa tiendahan dyan sa Daraga Public Market, Albay Market, and Legazpi City Public Market? Sa gabos na mga reloheros, mga shine boys, may shine boys pangunyan. Garuday nakitang nahihiling na shine boy Saro na yan gayud sa vanishing trade shine boy. Iga pangunyan din mga shine boy. Dati bagad dyan sa sentro kan Legazpi o dyan sa may Prieto Bookstore. Dyan sa may hampag kang LCC may mga nakatalay dyan na shine boys. Tapos nagigibonin mga kunyan baga mga relohero, tapos mga nagduduplicate ni Liabe. So mga nagduplicate igwa pa pero shine boys. Garuday na ngunya na vanishing work of trade na tabi yung mga shine boys. Morning, sa gabos tabing para sira, ingat-ingat medyo nag-aamihan pa sa paglawod. Yung sa tuya man na listeners na security guards, good morning. Carpenteros, drivers, sige daw tabi, paramdam lamang, paramdaman sa kuyang number 0942670195, 0942670195, and 096607301115. Pwede man sa messenger ko, hanapon lang nindo Pio Fernandez. Sa Viber, igwa man tabi, buda sa Telegram. Or dyan sa samuyang comment section sa DCGB News Online. Katuwang tadyan ang Mega Force Patrol, Chief Jimmy, Pading Al, Pading Jomar, si Joshua, si Karen, si Angel. Uy, may tumatawag. Accommodate natin yung tumatawag muna. Pasalamatan ta lamang ini. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir Pio.
Yes, maray na aga po.
Bersilia family, San Roque, Legazpi.
Mabuhay ang pamilya Bersilia. Good morning sa Indo. Diyan sa San Roque, kan Legazpi. Sige tabi. Salamat din maray.
Salamat po.
Sige po. Yan mga taga San Roque. Mabuhay kamo dyan. Si Joshua, si Karen, si Angel, sa Manibela sa 4-wheel drive. Yaon dyan, Henry Mata. Sa Master Control ang sa kuyang kumpadre Pading Nalbaldo para po sa broadcast radyo. Sa radyo, mainstream radio sa AM band, region wide. Good morning sa Catanduanes, dyan sa Kamsur, Cam Norte, Sorsogon, Albay, siyempre, Masbate. And siyempre, si Pading Nalbaldo ang kapartner ta dyan sa main control. Sa newsroom, diretso ang laban. News Director Mardila, sinasabi ko, laban kong laban. Tuloy ang revolusyon. Revolusyon agrikultura. Diba? Sinasabi ko, Endemar, tuloy. Abante ang krus! Sinasabi ko. Si Jen, yaon dyan, si Ma'am Jen Matthew Balyaran. Siyempre, asan si Kuan, si Nicole Buda, si On Live Sinda, may piga si kaso, ha? Anyway, sarabay dyan, Sinda Ma'am siya, Sinda Nicole, si Jimos Barrio, Sindan Minasurumada po kan istorya lokal, nasyonal, internasyonal, nagkakabara sa Nindo, hasamuyang official news portal ang DCGB News Online. And siyempre, nadadangog kun igon ng news breaks as newscast digdi sa DCGB. Ang broadcast matabi, kung may broadcast kami sa radyo, ha, may broadcast man sa internet worldwide. DCGB News Online as in YouTube. Yaon dyan, Jerome Nico Martinez. And syempre, kasabay ta, sindan na po ang nagbubuhi kan sa muyang broadcast on air and online. Ang sa muyang OJTs from Cat College. Mga OJTs from Cat College, ZJ.A. Morante. ZJ.A. Morante, asin si Aldwin M. Andez. Yan ang mga kapartner ta. Kasabay tangon yan, OJTs from Cat College. Ako mapuan sa indong servidor sa radyo, ang sa indo pong Public Information Officer ng Bayan, PIO ng Bayan, Pio Fernandez. Good morning! Bueno tabi sa lado international mo nakita tabi, ha. Mas kunyan, medyo halangkaw na ang concern sa seguridad duman sa Medyo Oriente. Partikular sa Iran, palibot kan Iran, taraning sa dabagaian, Kuwait mo da iba pang mga pagtaraning na nasyones sa Middle East. Kasuhapon, nagkaoro istorya kami ni Andy Mar, hali dyan sa newsroom, and the very latest na ipinagpaabot ni Andy Mar kasuhapon, ni the News Director Mar, yung hururon duman sa Geneva, Switzerland, between the representatives coming from Iran, asin kan mga Estados Unidos de America, and yung broker na, ano yun yung broker? Jordan ba yun yung broker? Yung nag-facilitate kan hururon. Sa Iran ngunyan tabi, matindi na ang sitwasyon. Kaya lang, pambihira kita makakuha ning impormasyon, ta ang Iran baga is an Islamic state. Iban pagpadalangan duman ng gobyerno. Kadaklan na mga leyes duman, ang pigusunod and marbaga yung Islam Yan. And ang Iran is an Islamic state, parang hermit kingdom. Grabe ang restrictions duman. In fact, yung internet gayud sa kudngunyan, nakat pa. Taigwang kariribukan duman, so tao na mismo nagre-revolusyon, nagrally, tanganing pabagsakon ang gobyerno because of concerns, lalong-lalo na lado ekonomiya. Bagsak ang ekonomiya, gulpi ang nagkakagurutom, gulpi ang daing trabaho, ang mga trabaho, negosyo, halos purundo tabi. Sugurutom ang tao, for so long a time, under strict repression. Ang Iran grabe ang repression ninda dyan. Daing mga halangkaw na pag-obserbar kang human rights. Because ang sa indanganing sistema kan gobyerno is an Islamic state. And they are being ruled by clerics. And igwa man sila ning date na form of civility, igwa man sila ning mga gabinete, gabos, pero primarily it is an Islamic state. Grabe ang restrictions duman, dahil dumaning freedom of speech na masyado. Pag nagkakuang ka duman, igwang pigbibitay duman, ipig-impunir pa ang pagbitay, so execution, gabos tabi. Now, nagrally ang mga tao. Madugo ang rally so gobyerno nga, repressive. Habo nindang siya o Iran, buda itong sa indaman na civil government, magrampahog. Kaya lang dagit ng mga tao. Ang response tabi kan Iran is bibaradil sa mga realistas. Halos 400 na nagkagaradan more or less, mga trickle of information lang ang nagluluwas. So mga nagkadarakop na buhay, pigbibiritay. Ngunyan, nakaabot ng concern na iyan sa Estados Unidos de America. Nagtumar parte ng Estados Unidos de America. Pumundo kamukaan, pati na isinabay na supadagos na pag-proliferar, pag-manufacture asin na itong pagkakaigwan nin nuclear military build-up kan Iran. Ta several months baga ago kan nakaagyata itong taon anong bulan ito. So linaog kan US ang Iran binomba sa indang mga pasilidad militar using B-2 stealth bomber. B-2 ba yun o B-52? Yan. So dahil na-detect ning ano pa man na radar na eroplo kan US na panggira. Binomba ito. So ang paghuna kan kinaban, ang paghuna kan Estados Unidos de America, dahil na mapurso kan sa indang kunyan. Nuclear armament build up ang Iran. Sige pa man giraray. Tapos iyon na nga nito. Pigagaradan ang mga religious ang mga taong minakontraduman sa Iran. Kaya dipisi lang sitwasyon. Kaya lang day masyado initabi na highlight. Ta limitado nga niya nagluluwas na kunyan na impormasyon. Ta so internet duman pinagkat. Ngunyan, may mga hororo negosasyon. Pero dahil pa po nagkakaigo ng breakthrough. Takaswapon nga ni baga. So, monitoring ni Andy Mardian sa newsroom duman sa Geneva, sa Switzerland. So, hororon. Dahil pa ng major conclusion. Now, sige na po ang US military build-up sa palibot kan Iran. Particularmente duman kung tama kita sa may Mediterranean Sea and sa iba pang mga lugares na igwanin mayor na base militar ang Estados Unidos de America sa Medio Oriente, yaunaan sa indang mga armaments, nagkaigwanan nin massive build-up. Massive build-up. Digdi sa kwan, sa may Mediterranean Sea, mga buki de gyera na nakakuan, haranin na ang taramon within striking distance. Nagkapirang kilometro na sana sa Iran. Within striking distance. Mga buki de gyera ayan, assault na mga gabos na klase ng aircraft carrier na gulpian darang mga eroplanong panggera, buki de gyera na igonin mga capable na magpalugtok ning missile ning pirang kilometro target an Iran within striking distance na ngani. Plus mga base militar paninda sa daga sa mga lugar na kaalyado kan Estados Unidos de America sa Medio Oriente na striking distance naman an sa indang distansya sa Iran. Mga eroplano, fighter jets, gabos. Then nakaabanti na electronic warfare na persa kan Estados Unidos de America. Naka-ready na. Taining electronic warfare kan Estados Unidos de America, gagadanon ngo ng gabos na signal lang komunikasyon kan kalaban ninda. Daing komunikasyon. Matitigbak ang komunikasyon, daing komunikasyon. Now, pag nagadanan, iyan ang tabi, maralaog na mga missile, gabos, mga fighter jets na daitabi na didetect, sagkod na magkakaigwanan nin physical na boots on the ground mga kunyan soldados kan Puwersas Armadas. Nagtitinding niya ng build up and natatapag didiskuter ta initabi. Tanganing da kita mataraka. Takun ini po mangyari na magkaigong kariribukan dyan, manta naghuroron duman sa Geneva, Switzerland, siya kan Iran, nagpatanid man sa US. Nagparataram ngaya kamo na ma-atake ngaya kamo sa Iran. Kung kamo ngaya mag-atake sa Iran, makaka-experience man yan kinaaban ng counter-attack na dai pa ngayon ninduman na experiensyahan. Particularmente ngayon mga intereses militar man kan US sa palibot kan Medio Oriente. Iyo man niyan supatanid kan siya of Iran. Tabi So, gabos iyan pinag-way up man kan Estados Unidos de America. Ngunyan, igo kitang nakakakura ng trickles ng informasyon hali sa mga sources man yato, mga international news sources. Inutunta, ining halipot na pahayag ni Presidente Donald Trump kana hinapot kan mga pag-iribataman sa hanap buhay duman sa Estados Unidos de America, confirming na mas nagkakaigwan ning massive military build-up, nagpapadara ng mga aircraft carrier pang iba duman sa may lugar sa may kadagatan na harani po sa kunyan sa Iran. Plus iba pang mga short clips na ipapadangog ko sa indo tabi. Inutuntang ining pahayag ni Presidente Donald Trump. Hopefully na medyo malinawin. Ito po ang simbag ni Presidente Donald Trump kan Estados Unidos de America sa kahaputan kan mga nagkapirang miyembros man kan prensa duman sa US.
Second aircraft carrier that you decided to send Talk about why you made that choice.
Well, in case we don't make a deal, we'll need it. If we don't have a deal, we'll need it. If we have a deal, we could cut it short. It'll be leaving very soon. We have one out there that just arrived. If we need it, we have it ready. A very big force.
Second aircraft carrier that you decided to send.
Yan, hinapot. Natangita nagpadara ka pa rin ikaduang pinakadakulang buki de guerra, aircraft carrier. Ang sabi ni Presidente Donald Trump, iyo ngaya, pinadara ko ang duman takunday magkaigoning deal, ito bagang suhururon duman sa Geneva, Switzerland na pigdataram ko, between the representatives kan Iran, buda kan US, buda iba pang nasyones na nagbobroker ning peace deal. Sabi ni Presidente Donald Trump, iyo, nagpadara ngaya ako duman, takunday ngay magkaigoning kasunduan, gagamiton mi nga iyan. Ito, otron databe.
Talk about why you made that choice.
Well, in case we don't make a deal, we'll need it. If we don't have a deal, we'll need it. If we have a deal, we could...
Nyan, kung magkaigodaning deal, ipupull out. Pero kung dai, larga, laban.
Cut it short. It'll be leaving very soon. We have one out there that just arrived.
O igodang saro duman na uminabot pa sana sa may Mediterranean Sea. Tabi, harani na sa Iran.
If we need it, we have it ready. A very big force.
Yun, kung kaipuhan da, we have it ready. And I think it's a very big force. Uyugon mo an. Yan ang sabi ni Presidente Donald Trump.
Second aircraft carrier.
Yan tabi ha. So enot yan na pahayag ni kunyan. Yan manungod yan sa kunyan ki ining pahayag ni Presidente Donald Trump. Uni tabi, hari naman ini sa sarong news source ining Fox News duman sa Estados Unidos de Amerika. Massive kana ipiglalawan na digdi, so massive itong pigasabing ni Presidente Donald Trump na massive military build up. Ito na po yung gustong sabihong kaintabi. Laladawan na digdi kung ano mga posibleng mangyari. Sandali muna ha. Ito na. Igo na natin to. Fox News tabi ini oh.
Good morning. A massive amount of U.S. military equipment continues to flood into the Middle East in preparation for action against Iran. Reports indicate the U.S. has moved more than 50 fighter jets to the region over the past 24 hours alone. Along with the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group already in place and the USS Gerald R. Ford on the way, there are a variety of other U.S. Navy assets in the Red and Mediterranean seas. While talks on Tuesday left both sides saying that progress was made, there are still major questions about Iran's willingness to curb their nuclear program or address the growing regional ballistic missile threat.
Nyan, uyan na pinagladawan na itong suarmada sa Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea, both sa sea, air and land. Tabi, taigwa padang hururunduman sa Geneva ngani na daipanin masyadong konklusyon. Ito, ipadagos tatabi.
Yesterday on Fox News, Vice President J.D. Vance was asked about the negotiations.
They agreed to meet afterwards, but in other ways it was very clear that the president has set some red lines that the Iranians are not yet willing to actually acknowledge and work through. So we're going to keep on working it, but of course the president reserves the ability to say when he thinks that diplomacy has reached its natural end. We hope we don't get to that point, but if we do, that'll be the president's call.
The Iranians continue to threaten the United States, from the supreme leader to lower-level commanders. The IRGC has promised to go after American military interests in the event of escalation.
Kuyan, iyon na supig istorya ko sa Indo. So, Ayatollah kan Iran, suminimbag man, titirahon mi man ngaya kamo, kung kami ngaya atakihon Indo. Lalo na suba sa Indo man ang mga intereses militar, digdi sa palibot kan Medio Oriente. Ito tabi, ipadagos na tabi ha, ito.
In the region, Iran's president has tried to strike a more diplomatic tone on nuclear issues, despite the threatening rhetoric from the rest of Iranian leadership.
We have stated these many times. My own statements are...
Presidente initabi kan kunyan kan Iran si Masoud Pezeshkian tabi iatras tang di itanganing yan po. So pahayag kan kuan hakang presidente man kan Iran na si Masoud Pezeshkiani. Yan, eto na po tabi ha.
In the event of escalation in the region, Iran's president has tried to strike a more diplomatic tone on nuclear issues, despite the threatening rhetoric from the rest of Iranian leadership.
We have stated these many times. My own statements are not important. What matters from an ideological standpoint is the policy and the fatwa of the Supreme Leader. We are in no way seeking nuclear weapons. Whatever form of verification they want to carry out, we are ready for that verification to take place.
Here in Israel, officials reportedly believe war could erupt in a matter of days and are preparing accordingly.
Yan, dumanda sa Israel, nagprepara na ta war ngaya could erupt in a matter of days. Tang Israel baga, kaalyado yan kan Estados Unidos de America, napigo para tuukisan man kan Iran. Yan. So Ayatollah, ito sa Supreme Leader, itong so nagtataram ka sa bago, yung man ito, kumbaga civil government man, presidente. Yan, tabi. Ito po, iladawan ta sa, ito pa, kung ano ang build up duman tabi sa palibot kan Iran. Ang build up kan armada duman po sa palibot kan Iran. Sandali po muna, ayusin ta ining kunyan volume. Ito na po, ang ladawan kung ano ang build up duman militarily sa may palibot kan Iran tabi. Ito po.
Military buildup is underway right here in the Middle East.
Yan,
A massive U.S. military buildup is underway right here in the Middle East. Even as the U.S. and Iran are back at the negotiating table, it's clear the United States is preparing for possible military action. Over the course of the last month, more than 250 U.S. military cargo planes have landed in theater, based on a CNN review of flight data. That's a significant uptick in activity, which suggests some of these flights are tied to preparations for potential operations against Iran.
Yan. Sobra 200 na mga war cargo planes nag-entra na duman sa theater. Pag sinabing theater, sa area, sa palibot kan Iran, ining Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Jordan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Kuwait. So mga alyados ini na may mga military, base militar ang Iran, ang US, sobra sa 200 ng military aircraft hardware ang binuhian kan US yaon na duman in preparation sa posibleng military attack tabi. Ipagpadagos niya to sa CNN tabi ini hali na mga trickles of information na ini tabi. Ito po.
That number also includes flights to U.S. bases in Europe, which have traditionally supported U.S. military operations in the Middle East.
Yan. Igwa manda duman sa may Europe. Nagbuhi naman dumanin mga eroplo naka-ready na sa United Kingdom, Ireland, Germany, Switzerland, Spain, Italia. Pinurosisyon na sa mga military hardware man kang US na pangkalawakan.
Those flights involve cargo planes that can carry everything from personnel to vehicles to heavy equipment like air defense systems that we know the United States is deploying in the Middle East.
Yan, ito daang mga eroplong ito kayang magkarga nin mga kagamitan panggera. Personahes buda mga kunyan, mga refueling planes inda. Kumbaga ining istasyoning gasolinahan sa itaas. Yan, ipinagwagas na yan kang US duman sa theater. Pag pinagsabing theater sa Medio Oriente, ipagpadagos niya to tabi.
Satellite imagery is also giving us a look at the U.S.'s more muscular posture in the Middle East. This is Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, the U.S.'s largest in the Middle East.
Yan. Sarong airbase duman sa Qatar, pinakadakulang airbase kang US sa Medio Oriente, sa Qatar. Ito po, i-describe ta kung ano nang yaon duman na nahihiling sa satellite. Kung ano ang yaon duman. Ito.
A month ago, you can see 16 planes on the tarmac. A few weeks later, there are 29 planes.
Yan. Kan nakaagid ang bulan, 16 ng eroplong yaon duman sa pinakadakulang airbase militar kan US sa Middle East, sa Qatar. Ngunyan, maasubra na sa 20 ang yaon duman. Ipadagos niya to.
Including 7 C-17 cargo planes and 17 KC-135 tankers. Those tankers are used to refuel jets mid-flight, a critical component of any air assault on Iran.
Kasabay na da sa mga eroplo na nag-refuel nin mga fighter jets sa kalawakan. Nakaready na duman sa base militar sa Qatar.
At this airbase in Jordan, 12 F-15 fighter jets recently appeared in satellite imagery.
Ini naman tabi sa Jordan, sa Jordan. Military airbase naman ini sa Jordan.
We've also identified the deployment of Patriot air defense systems at that large U.S. airbase in Qatar. These would be critical to protecting U.S. assets in the region in the event of Iranian strikes.
Yan, mga Patriot airbase naman ini duman sa may Qatar na pwedeng dumipensa man duman sa mga base militar kang US.
The U.S. also has plenty of naval assets in the region. A U.S. aircraft carrier and 3 warships arrived in the Middle East last month. A second aircraft carrier strike group is also now on its way.
Yan, iyon ang supig-describe ni Presidente Donald Trump sa pinagpahayag tanganit ba kasubago iyon na yung supig-describe ni Presidente Donald Trump. Friday na ining mga buki de guerra duman sa may Mediterranean Sea.
But this is just what we can see from publicly available information. The last time the U.S. struck Iran in June, we also saw a big buildup of military force in Europe and the Middle East.
Niyan nga sunahiling ta publicly. Rumdum nga nindo tabi nakadakagig mga bulan kan umatake sa US duman sa Iran. Dahil baga na-detect nga ito. Binombaso mga nuclear facility ninda. Ini nga sunahiling ta publicly. Sabi kan na CNN. Ito pa po.
But it was 7 B-2 stealth bombers that delivered the biggest blow in Iran, according to the Pentagon. Those flew in undetected from the United States.
Yan. O yan tabi ha kung ano ang manungod dyan sa sa military build-up duman sa may Iran. Ito po, kung ano ang sitwasyon na tabi. Here we go. So imminent na kunyan. Posible talagang mangyari na dyan po sa kunyan sa Medio Orienteng iyan. Kung da mapugulan ining sitwasyon na hindi dyan sa may parte kan Iran. Ito po tabi. Ito na, sandali. I-adjust natin yung volume. Ito na po. Ito.
Yes, I do, and the whole world does, and the whole world is waiting.
Otronta.
I do, and the whole world does, and the whole world is waiting. We have been hearing the drums of war, and they are ramping up. And right now, Iran has its back against the wall. It has its back against the wall so much that right now the guards that are guarding the Iranian mullahs don't even speak Farsi. They speak Arabic. So the reporters, the people within Iran, are hearing this guard speaking Arabic, which means Iran has imported people from the Middle East, most likely Hezbollah members, to protect them. This is how much the regime is in a corner right now. So we will get into a confrontation with the regime, and they can huff and puff and, drop bombs on our bases. We know exactly what they're going to do. We know the playbook. We've seen this before, especially after we killed Soleimani. But we're prepared. We have evacuated the bases. We have been taking security measures. Even the airlines, the Israeli military and the Israeli airlines are taking security measures. Something is brewing.
Yan.
So we've got breaking news from the Middle East, and this is
something is brewing. Yun natabian ha. So yun na po ang ladawan duman sa Medio Oriente. Why pinag-discuss ta ini? Tasabi ta na nga ni, pag mag-escalate po ining sitwasyon na ini dyan sa Iran, apektado po ang biglog na kinaaban. Ang primero pong maapektaran kan, sabi kan mga military analysts, ang presyo sin supply nin petrolyo na apektado po ang ining bilog na kinaaban. Because ang bilog na kinaaban mga tabi is dependent sa ang pagdalagan kan ekonomiya kan bilog na kinaaban is dependent po sa petrolyo. So yan tabi ha. Sa tuyang initial na impormasyon digdi sa programang Tingog kan Banwaan, at least we pray na magkaigwa dumanin settlement na sa Geneva sa Switzerland, magkaigwa na ning deal duman na ining Iran dahil na magparagibo kan nuclear facilities na yan, nuclear armaments, and magkaigwa na dumanin katrankiluhan sa Iran, tanganing dahil magkaigwa nin gera sakyadahon na kan US asin aliados persas sa indang nasyon. Oras Pilipinas, alas 9:35.
Ang oras hatod sa Indokang.
Tadwilight, gaan nang may kasama.
Liver Aid Silimarine Capsule. Ang good drinks at good food, perfect combo. Isama pa ang Liver Aid. It's liver lover, boys.
Optin Lutein Capsule. Alagaan ang paningin sa tulong ng Optin. Kitang-kita ang kalusugan ng mata.
Pinapahudyan, permi numero uno, ora mismo sa gabos. Asing kami, permi alisto. Pag sinabi na, urago daing iba kami naan. Sa taho kang mga pag-ius krisis nagtarabangan. Magkabulong nyo, asing magkasararo. Suportahan tabangan, damayan ng lambang saro. Mangibabaw ang boses kang kasaraditan. Gabos na bikulano, dapat daing ururihan. Dawa labi-labi na ang pagtios. Daing kita natatakot basta sa matanos. Ang hibo mo, ang hibo ko, ang hibo kang gabos. Yaon masaya sa pag-alala yan sa tung mahal na Diyos. Ako Bicol, may May tiwala sa sadiri ako Bicol. May disiplina sa sadiri ako Bicol. Bako mapaabaw-abaw ako Bicol. Sabay-sabay na ikurahaw.
Ako Bicol Party List, katabang na, kasunod pa. For liver health, level up na. Liverate Pro, Silimarina, multivitamins pa. Ang Liverate Pro ay hepatic protector which may help sa kalusugan ng atay kasama ng proper diet at exercise. Maaari ring makatulong ang Liverate Pro sa treatment ng chronic inflammatory conditions tulad ng fatty liver. Liver up na! Liverate Pro! Mabibili ang Liverate Pro sa lahat ng leading drugstores nationwide. Silimarin plus multivitamins is the generic name of Liverate Pro. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor. May Silimarin, may multivitamins pa. Yan ang Liverate Pro. Tulong sa pangangalaga ng atay. Liver up na tayo with Liverate Pro.
Tuhod, siko, baywa, aray! Pag laging pasan ang sakit sa kasukasuan, sign na yan ng arthritis o joint deterioration. Karaniwan kapag nagkakaedad na, kailangan ng tibay at ginhawang makakapitan. Kaya ng artrisin yan. May undenatured type 2 collagen at methylsulfonyl methane na maaaring makatulong protektahan ang kalusugan ng kasukasuan. Make the right move. Uminom ng artrisin araw-araw. Mabibili ang artrisin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalaga ang paalala, ang artrisin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Attention! Attention! Mga parantabay, may marhay na bareta. Ang DZGB nasa cellphone na! Yes po! Madadangog na ang DZGB sa saindong mga cellphone.
Sa katuyuhan na mas lalo kamong mapagserbihan asin dagdag na konbenyensya sa saindong gabos, ang DZGB pwede nang ma-access sa paagi kan sa indong cellphone. I-download lang sa saindong mga Android phone ang DZGB app sa paagi kang Google Play Store asin Apple App Store asin hanapo ng DZGB Live. I-install sa saindong gadget asin malinig nindong madadangog ang DZGB. Libre po ini. DZGB. Number 1 na, may Facebook Live pa. Ngunyan, may DZGB Live app na. O, ano pang pighahalat nindong mga paraan tabay? Download na!
Ubo ng anak? Nakababahala? Baka plema. Para dyan, Plemex for Kids ang pambato ko. Ang Plemex for Kids ay gawa sa lagundi. Tinutunaw at pinalalabas ang plema. Ginhawa para sa bata, peace of mind para kay mommy. Camille Prats Yambao po, nagfi-flex for Plemex. Pambatang lagundi, Plemex!
Vitex Segundo L is the generic name of Plemex for kids. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mommies, agapan agad ang ubo at plemang nakabara. Pambatang lagundi, Plemex!
Bakunang angat, serbisyong dapat. Sa presyong abot kaya at matapat. Lahat ng yan, nasa Rabvax. Nakagat o nakalmot ka ba? Huwag mag-alala. Rabvax Animal Bite Center ang inyong kaagapay para sa pinagkakatiwalaan, mura, ligtas at siguradong proteksyon laban sa rabies. Bukas po kami 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, 8 a.m. to 12 noon naman every Sunday. And on holiday, pwedeng-pwede pati walk-in. Ang aming mga branches, Rabvax Legazpi, Ariner Suite, Sagmin, Legazpi City, near Aleco. Rabvax Ligao, in Barangay Tuburan, Ligao City. Rabvax Tabaco, beside Siga Hospital. Rabvax Iriga, in front of Yusan Iriga. Rabvax Irusin Sorsogon, malapit sa Irusin District Hospital. And now open, Rabvax Masbate, along Municipal Road, Barangay Kalipay, Masbate City. Rabvax Pilar, Rabvax Castilla, Rabvax Pioduran, and Rabvax Cubao Metro Manila. Like us on Facebook. Maging bakunado at protektado. Piliin ang alagang Rabvax.
Wala kang di malalampasan pag may tiwala sa sarili. Tagay na sa swabing lasa at hagod ng Tanduay Rum. 170 years nang naniniwala sa tibay ng Pinoy. Ang tunay na matibay, may tibay Tanduay. Drink responsibly. Tunay ang tibay mo, kaya Tanduay ang tagay mo. Drink responsibly.
Maugmang ipinipresentar kan lokal na gobyerno kan Pinuran Albay sa pamamayo ni Mayor Vanji Arandia asin kan sangguni ang bayan sa pagkikipagtabangan kan Municipal Tourism Office ang Tinapa Festival 2026. Tinapa Festival! On Marso 7 hasta 14, Tinapa Festival 2026. Uya ang mga highlights kan sarong simanang selebrasyon. March 7, Holy Mass, ribbon cutting and opening of Agri-Trade Fair and Night Market Booth. March 8, Tinapa Culinaria Year 4. March 9, Mr. and Miss Piuduran Bodybuilding Competition. March 10, DLC Exhibition. Indak Piuduran Tinapa Dance Off. March 11, Mutya ng Piuduran 2026. March 12,
Zumba Festival Fitness Competition. March 13, 62nd Piduran Day Program, Military Parade. March 14, Street Dance Presentation, Float Parade Competition. Asin kadakol pang iba. Ang tinapa, iyo ang produktong lihitimo. Gikan Piduran Albay. Manami! Tinapa Festival 2026.
Tinapa Festival!
Kung ikaw ay edad 50 pataas katulad ko, may mataas na ang risk ng panlalabo ng paningin. Mas challenging ang pang-araw-araw na gawain tulad ng pagbabasa, pagsusulat, at pagmamaneho. Ang Optin ay may lutin na maaari makatulong sa kalusugan ng mata, nilalabanan ng epekto ng glaucoma, macular degeneration at katarata. Kitang-kita ang kalusugan.
Mabibili ang Optin sa mga pangunahing butika nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang Optin ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Realize true comfort and relaxation at Dorotea Resort and Spa, a perfect venue for family outings, couple retreats, and various functions such as weddings, birthday parties, corporate seminars, and conferences. Dorotea Resort and Spa. We have backpackers rooms, standard rooms, deluxe, suite, and a penthouse. Also, relax and rejuvenate with our spa's invigorating treatments, services, and facilities. Dorotea Resort and Spa, Kahugutan, Bakakay, Albay. For reservation, contact us at
0917-777-5734.
Find us on Facebook, Dorotea Resort and Spa. Relax, rejuvenate, and enjoy. Only here at Dorotea Resort and Spa.
Ayun o, si Dan na lang payatot dati. Ang macho na ngayon! Cheers tayo dyan!
Gaan talaga pag ang tropa malakas sumuporta. Tapos may Tanduay Light. Masarap inumin, suabe ang hagod. Tanduay Light, gaan ang may kasama. Drink responsibly. Mas magaan ang buhay pag nandyan ang barkada at Tanduay Light. Gaan ang may kasama. Drink responsibly.
Tingog Ganbanwaan.
Pio Fernandez.
Sandali. Si Kinatawan, Mama Mila, maki-standby po muna tabi ta may mga guests kita I'll call you back tabi si Mama Mila mamaya po. Kinatawan Mila, good morning tabi, and may mga studio guest kaya kita digdingon yan sa programang Tingog Kanbanwaan. This time welcome na kita sa DCGB Tingog Kanbanwaan. May mga guest kita digdi, sus Mario Joseph naman mauubos na naman sarong sako kung English. Kaining si Dr. Ophel si talaga natatakot na kursunodahan kaining. We have here no less than our very energetic and very accommodating, napakabait, napakagaling, full of wisdom na Decano, Dean of Bicol University College of Medicine, Colegio de Medicina, College of Medicine, Dr. Ophel C. in the house sa DCGB Tingog Kanbanwaan. Doc Ophel, magandang umaga. Kindly please go nearer to the phone and microphone. And good morning, Doc Ophel. Nice having you ulit sa DCGB. Welcome sa DCGB po.
Thank you so much, Pio, and it's always heartwarming to go back to your station, number 1 in the whole of Bicol region, in the Philippines, in the world. So, ngayon global tayo kasi may mga bisita tayong dumating dito, mga mababait na bisita galing sa Amerika, na sila ay magbibigay sa atin ng napakagandang project at balita. It's a long-term project. It's an exchange program with them in terms of health, research, and also international collaboration. So dahil dito, magkakaroon tayo ng exchange program sa mga estudyante, sa faculty, at nandito sila ngayon para i-strengthen yun. Magsisimula na yung exchange program, kasama na rin nila yung student na galing Amerika, pupunta dito. At yung mga faculty naman namin pupuntang Amerika para mag-training. Pero aside from that, the exchange program, mayroon din kaming collaboration in terms of educational pursuits, at saka may project kami, yung floating clinic nga, na matagal na naming na-envision yon at ginagawa dito, pero sa help nila, magkakaroon kami ng support not only in financial capacity but also in training for our, sa grassroots, mga tao doon sa kung saan mismo ang mayroong mga problema sa kawalan ng doktor.
Yeah. And for the information ng ating mga listeners, ang Bicol University is the prime state university in the Bicol region, and it is now a sabi na nga, ang dami nang pinoproduce nyo, Doc, na mga doktor, ano?
Yeah.
O ilang taon pa lang yung
10 years.
10 years, pero ang dami ng doktor na
Yeah, at saka meron kami
galing.
top-notchers.
May top-notchers.
And then, magkakaroon kami ng top-notcher ngayong March.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's for
Yeah.
sure. That's
Sure
for
ako
sure.
dyan.
So, you being the dean, sigurado po yan. That's for sure.
Yes.
You being the dean.
Yes. At saka hindi lang po yun, nasa world directory na kami ng world nakalista na yung College of Medicine.
Wow.
Nasa world. Kasi dati, hindi sila makatake ng exam sa US ECFMG. Pero ngayon, pwede na.
So the graduates of Bicol University and subsequently being a doctor, they can now take exams in the US.
Yes.
Okay, because of that.
Yeah, although karamihan sa mga students namin will return service to the countryside.
First.
Oo. 1:1 for their scholarship. Pero after that, they can freely go to the US for further, so that they can bring dollars to the Philippines. I guess.
Yeah, and I need it much. Please, I need it much. And with that, now Bicol University College of Medicine is recognized globally.
Yes.
You're now in the global market.
Yeah.
You're in the global radar.
Yes.
So andito sila. That's why they're here.
Kaya nandito sila. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako kay Jasper, Dr. Jasper Tolarba, taga-Albay.
Yeah.
Kapatid siya ni, yung kanyang nasa governor's house, works in the governor's house.
Jing Tolarba,
Administrative
magdamit.
officer.
Tama ba?
Yes, okay lang.
Secretary. The secretary to the Sangguniang. Yeah, okay.
Kilala
Yeah,
siya, sister
okay.
niya.
Yeah, So, andito sila.
Andito sila.
Ano pong grupo sila, Doc Ophel? Because recognized ng BU globally, medicine. That's why meron na kayong tie-up.
Yes. Last year, we forged that last year.
Sino tong ka-tie-up nyo, Doc?
We are here with us, the director of the Nuvans Global Health, Dr. Bulat Sigansin.
Yeah, Dr. Bulat Sigansin.
He is a cardiovascular surgeon, but he's the director of the Global Nuvans Health.
Yes.
And ang maganda dito kasi naka-tie up din maraming countries. Pwede natin siyang pasalitain silang dalawa.
Yeah, oo. So before we go to Dr. ano ba?
Sigansin.
Sigansin, pardon.
Basta siga. Sige mo lang yung siga.
And yung to your immediate right, si Sir Dr. Jasper
Tolarba.
Yeah, Sir Jasper, we'll talk first in our vernacular, no? And Filipino Tagalog. Maraynaga, na nakakakuha ka pa ng Bicol Tabe?
Iyo po, pero medyo awkward na, but definitely nakakataram pa man.
So, si Dr. First name, sir?
Jasper po.
Dr. Jasper Tolarba, he's a sister ng Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Albay.
I think previously. Immediate.
And she's the General Services Officer of Human Resources, I should
HR
say, HR of the Provincial Government of Albay, si Jing Tolarba. I know her personally.
Okay.
Yeah, so Dr. Jasper Tolarba. Welcome to the show. Welcome sa DCGB Tabe. So nasa Nuvans man po kayo? Nasa Nuvans din po kayo?
Po. So I migrated po 26 years ago to be exact to the US. So when I got into Nuvans Health, and I worked there for more than 3 years now. I was involved working with Dr. Bulat and also the executive director of the floating clinic. Classmate ko siya kang college sa BU.
Yeah.
So, kang nailing ko siya nag-post about the floating clinic, sabi ko, maray garining project kang global health program sa Nuvans Health. So, that's how I picked up the phone with Dr. Bulat and Dr. Agravante and Dr. Ophel. Sinda na po ang nag-connect. And so, last year, nagpirmahan na po kita ki MOU.
So, ikayang salarin.
I guess you can say that.
You're the culprit.
I'm the culprit.
That's
But
why they connect.
I'm very honored to serve as the conduit.
Conduit. In a soft sense, conduit. So that's Dr. Jasper. Thank you so much for the preliminary introduction. And we go to Dr. Bulat. First name is
Bulat Sigadsing.
Bulat Sigadsing.
Yes.
From Dr. Bulat, good morning. Welcome to DCGB and nice to have you on our show. Dr. Bulat, good morning. I'm Pio Fernandez of DCGB Legazpi.
Mabuhay.
Yeah, mabuhay.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Nice having you.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Bulat, kindly give us a brief background. What's this Nuvans and how will we, the Bicolanos, the Albayanos, Legazpeño, benefit from it Please go ahead. We will listen.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us and our team here. It's a great honor to be on your radio show. We've heard a lot about you from Dr. Ophelia. Nuvance Health is a network of hospitals in the northeastern United States. So I work at a hospital named Danbury Hospital. It's about 1.5 hours north of New York City. The 7 hospitals that we work in represent the western part of Connecticut and the eastern part of New York State. So all of those 7 hospitals together are Nuvance Health.
So you have a vast network of hospitals
Yes.
under Nuvance Health.
Under Nuvance Health.
Okay, so what's the concept? Will it tie up with Bicol University College of Medicine? How will our students and the faculties as well and the community as well benefit from it?
For the last 14 years, we have been running the Global Health Program at Nuvance Health, where we establish relationships with other countries, and the Philippines is our 9th partner site. We have 8 other countries that we work with. Philippines is the newest site. We were here last year. Our mission in Global Health is to promote healthcare education, medical education, with the most important goal of promoting health equity. Mostly we work in areas that are resource limited, that don't have a lot of access to care, and this is exactly what we see here also as well in the Bicol region, where the work through Dr. Ophelia's College of Medicine and also through the floating clinic reaches some of the most remote communities where patients maybe never see a doctor before.
Yeah. So I'm listening intently. In terms of academic opportunities, these students from Bicol University may have benefit, benefit from your network there in the U.S.
Absolutely. We hope that this is what we're trying to establish is a bidirectional exchange program.
Exchange program.
So we will be sending our students here to learn from you. That's the most important.
You will learn a lot from me.
Oh, yes.
For sure. Especially at night. When the sun goes down, you will learn a lot from me. Especially my own volcano.
My own volcano is beautiful. Especially for us, it's been erupting for the last few days.
Have you seen it?
Yes, yes. It's beautiful.
You will learn a lot. You will learn a lot of flowing. Flowing debris, flowing lava. So
we'll be sending students here for rotations at Bicol University, at the floating clinic, to learn how you provide care, to learn about the Filipino culture, to learn about the Filipino way of treating patients. There are many diseases here that we don't see in the United States. There are many conditions, there are many types of encounters that we don't get to see in the United States.
So how will these Filipino students, medical students, benefit from Nuvance?
Yeah, well, I think first of all, the interaction is the most helpful thing. When U.S. students come here, they interact with the local students and they learn from each other. We are discussing the options with the College of Medicine to be able to bring students to the United States also for experiences. At the moment, what we're doing is we're bringing faculty members, junior and senior faculty from the College of Medicine and the College of Nursing to Nuvance Health for 2 months. To do an observership experience, to train in their field of expertise. So we hope that bidirectional exchange, we send people to you, we invite your people to come to the U.S., will help establish the foundation of that academic partnership.
Okay, so it's academic partnership, academic exchange, more or less. Now, we go to Dr. Tolarba. Doc, what's yung concept ng floating clinic? That's good one. Either of you can answer. It's either Doc Bulat or Doc Jasper.
So the floating clinic actually is a brainchild of Dr. Herman Agravante, who is a college friend of mine. We both worked together at Bicol Universitarian way back when I was the editor-in-chief of the university paper, and he was also the editor-in-chief of the college. And so we go way back, and when one time 2 years ago or 3 years ago to be exact, I saw him post about the floating clinic in Facebook, and the light bulb came into me and said, oh, that is a good global health project. And that's how I approached Dr. Bulat. Said, hey, Dr. Bulat, we have a doctor in the Philippines, in Bicol to be exact, that's doing this small, outreach in the islands, perhaps we can help them, boost their reach, and we can help them with, financial and some manpower to have their operations bigger. And that's exactly what happened. So right now we have some, benefactors from the United States who also saw the potential of the project and gave us some generous funds to, help us fund the project itself. But not only that, but also they were able to provide funds for the bidirectional exchange. So those students or the faculty that's coming from BICO will be staying with Nuvance Health for a couple of months. All their travels, their accommodations are fully funded.
Okay, so we go to Dr. Bulat. When will this be possible, this floating clinic? When will we physically see it here, docked in here, and have the medical... Is that the concept?
So the floating clinic is already functional.
Yeah.
It's been functioning for several years, as far as I know. And last year, when we visited exactly about this time in February for our first visit and to sign the Memorandum of Understanding, we went on one of the missions locally to the islands with Dr. Agravante. And it was amazing for us to see how the floating clinic works. In one day, we were able to see more than 500 patients in the floating clinic in just one community. And many of these patients have never seen a doctor or a nurse before. At the floating clinic, they were given a diagnosis, they were given medications, lab work was done. And also the amazing thing that we noticed, the floating clinic doesn't only treat patients, it also provides education. Educations to young mothers, for example, to how to treat their newborns and how to manage diarrhea or vomiting in those conditions. So the floating clinic is a wonderful concept which we don't have in the United States. So our students, when they come here, they will be rotating at the floating clinic. They will be providing some manpower as much as they can, but also learning, most importantly, how this is done, how the outreach to the furthest communities will be able to work. So we're very excited about this.
Doc Ophel, when would that be?
Okay. That's the reason why we are here, because we're having the mission.
Kindly go near to the microphone.
We are having the mission tomorrow. This is going to be in Nahapunan in Bakakay.
Nahapunan, Bakakay?
Nahapunan, Bakakay. Nakarating na ako doon.
Yeah,
I've been there several years ago. Kasama ko yung mga kaklase ni Kendra. And then, matutuwa ka, maiiyak. Kasi nakita ko doon na they've never seen a doctor.
So andun ngayon yung floating clinic na?
Oo, nandun bukas.
Bukas.
Bukas kami mag-ano ng mission.
Saan galing yung barko ba? Ano ba?
Ay, dinadak lang sa malapit sa Mississippi.
Idadak sa Mississippi.
O malapit
it's a big ship, medical ship.
Oo, hindi naman ganun kalaki, pero meron siyang laboratory, X-ray, ECG, and laboratory, at saka mga rooms for the consultation. Tapos last year, nung pumunta sila dito, ay kami naman ay nagpunta doon sa Santikon,
Santikon.
Malilipot, oo. Yun yung nakita nila na maganda rin. Actually, mas open sea yun eh. Ito kasi pupuntahan namin bukas, hindi masyadong malaki. Hindi siya open, mayroong mga island sa tabi. Pero malapit siya sa Mississippi.
Now, if there's listening here who would like to avail of the services of the floating clinic, is it still available? Or
lahat ng makarinig, kaya nga kami nandito. Yung mga nandyan sa may Bakakay, lalo na sa may bandang Nahapunan, pupunta sila bukas. Nakatulong din yung mga yung mayor, yung mga tumulong din para doon.
And the services, Dr. Bulat, is for free?
Yes.
You know, I just want to make sure that the community understands that the Floating Clinic initiative is your local initiative here from the Philippines. It's the idea that comes from a Filipino doctor, Dr. Agravante, and it's done in collaboration with Bicol University, with physicians and nurses that come, and students who come and volunteer time to participate in the Floating Clinic. Our contribution to the Floating Clinic is really to support this work. So it's not our idea, it's something that we are embracing and supporting and learning from you here. As far as I know, it is absolutely free for all of the members of the community to come and to see a provider. One of the things that we're talking to Dr. Agravante about is to establish follow-up visits to make sure that the floating clinic goes to the community but then also comes back to make sure to bring more medications, because for some diseases like high blood pressure or diabetes, if you come once and you give medication and then the medication runs out, it's pretty much useless. So you have to keep coming and treating blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, and making sure that the medications are available. That's why we work hard on the Nuvance side in the U.S. to ensure that there is some funding support for these missions moving forward. Our hope is that these missions will be regular. They will take place at least once to several times a month, and the students who are coming from the U.S. will participate actively in the work of the floating clinic missions.
So that's what I'm thinking of. After the diagnosis, the checkup, what's next? The follow through. What happens next?
That's the reason why they are actually helping the floating clinic para mayroong follow-up.
Yeah.
At saka ang maganda dito, kunyari nagpa-check up, and then agad-agad malalaman yung lab results. Kasi may laboratory.
Instant, ano?
Yeah, it's unlike other mission, di ba? Walang labs. Lahat na lang bibigyan ng basta na lang based on the symptoms. Pero ito, will be able to, for example, nadi-decipher kung ano ang pneumonia, TB, or other diseases kung may x-ray. At saka ECG kung meron talagang coronary artery disease, so magagamot na kaagad. So kahit hindi kami bumalik agad the following day, o kaya kung wala naman silang chance na magpa-laboratory, kasi mahirap ang laboratory, kung taga doon ka, hindi ka nga, doktor nga, hindi makapunta doon, di wala rin mga laboratory. So dala-dala na yung laboratory. Tapos ang idea doon is, babalikan dapat. Yun ang ano rin nagustuhan nila, kasi ang follow-up must be with the boat going back to the area.
Okay, that's nice. So Dr. Jasper, how many days ang pag-stay dito ng floating clinic?
So the floating clinic itself is 1 day. So we will leave, I believe, at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we usually finish before the tide comes down at about 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Last year, we did that for a day, and we have seen more than 500 patients.
Yeah.
We're hoping to have the same outcome for this year, or even better. And we, though, the delegation will plans to be here for 6 days, to be exact. Pero may mga lectures kami na ginawa sa College of Medicine and the College of Nursing. I do have my colleagues from Sacred Heart University, the undergraduate chair for Sacred Heart University, and the associate dean, because we had collaborations with the College of Nursing, so that we will be able to, hopefully in our next visit next year, we can have some students from Sacred Heart University that will participate in our floating clinic.
So that's nice, Doc Jasper. Doc Ophel, sino gustong magsalita sa kanila sa likod mo, yung relevant sa
I want to call on our most beautiful, yung muse namin.
Muse.
So she
she
will introduce herself.
Hello ma'am, good morning. I'm Pio Fernandez of DCGB Legazpi. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Nice to meet you, Fernandez. My name is Dr. Elena.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. My name is Dr. Elena, and at Nuvance Health Global Health Program, I oversee the student exchanges. So we have been working hard together with the Bicol College of Medicine team, with Dr. Ophelia, to bring students to Bicol University. So our medical students will be traveling here to work together with your local doctors at the Bicol Regional Hospital and Medical Center. And actually today, in a couple of hours, we'll have our very first students landing at Daraga Airport. And for the next 6 weeks, she will be working together with the doctors from the internal medicine department, and also from the obstetrics and gynecology department. So the aim of this program is for our students to learn from you, from your communities, from your doctors, how medicine is practiced here. And we believe our students are very lucky to have this opportunity, because seeing how medicine is practiced in different settings, in different countries, to understand how culture affects one's health, how different socioeconomic backgrounds affects person's health, is very, very important, as well as to practice the cultural sensitivity in healthcare settings.
So that's a major part of the exchange program.
Exactly. So that's one side. So as Dr. Bulat has mentioned, our program operates on one of the core principles we follow, which is bidirectionality. So we send students to our global health partner sites countries, and in return, at our hospitals, we host young faculty members and young doctors.
By the way, what hospital in the US are you connected with?
So it's a healthcare setting, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of hospitals in that network, which is called Nuance Health.
Okay, so thank you so much,
7
Doc Lina.
hospitals.
Yeah, thank you so much, Doc Lina. Hi,
Thank you so
having
much.
you sa programa. So, Doc Ophel, sino pa gustong magsalita ay para ma-expo natin, bigyan ng
We have a
pagkakataon pa.
another Phil-Am nurse.
Sino po? Sino ba? Another Phil-Am?
No, he's pure.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm P. Fernandez of DCGB, and welcome to the show. You are?
My name is Dr. Heather Farillo. I am the undergraduate chair for Sacred Heart University College of Nursing. And we are privileged enough to be brought in with our partnership with Nuvance and Bicol University to talk about, this is our first year coming, to talk about the possibility of exchanges with nursing students. And our college is committed to doing global work with other countries. We've been doing this for about 15 years, and so we would love to add the Philippines and to add the Bicol region here to doing that and have an exchange with our students and the nursing students here, as well as the faculty, so that, again, there could be that bidirectional learning in nursing, and that we could come and help to support some of the work in the community as well. So we're looking to see how we can be part of that connection that's already been established here.
So that's very nice. Now, what in particular interest have caught you? Why Bicol University? Why Albay? Why Legazpi? What's it's so important in here insofar as medicine education is concerned? Please. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. I'm
It's
Peter
all the
Fernandez.
fault of Dr. Jasper. Jasper is a great colleague because he has a dual appointment. He is half of his job is with Nuvance Health. The other half is with Sacred Heart University. He's an endowed chair for the College of Nursing, and he's brought and his main focus is practice, innovation, education, and research. So he's collaborated with all of us in this room to bring that together. And so we're so fortunate that he has such a strong connection to the Bicol region. But now that we've been here, we can see so much opportunity for our undergraduate students, as Dr. Farillo mentioned, but also for our graduate students and our faculty. And I can see so many opportunities for research collaboration and also to understand how education might be different, but also so many similarities, so that we can make both colleges, improve in both areas of education and research and innovation and practice. So we have lots of ways that we want to collaborate in the future.
That's nice. And we go to the culprit, Dr. Jasper.
Yeah.
Ikaw ang salarin. So, how many students are we expecting from the US, and how many students also can we from the Bicol University send also to learn from there?
So we are still brand new, relatively new. Like what Dr. Elena mentioned, the first medical student is arriving today. There's 2 more that's coming in the next few months. But we are already sending from Bicol. 1 faculty member from Bicol University College of Nursing will be there next month, and another from the College of Medicine. So those 2 faculty members from BU will be going to the US for 2 months, or 6 weeks to 2 months, to observe and rotate through our 7 hospitals, and also Sacred Heart University. And we're hoping that the experience is better, and the feedback that we get from the students are great. And when that happens, then we will have more of those exchanges happening in the future.
Okay, so Doc Ophel, go ahead.
Dati daw kasi marami yung pinapadala nila, ay pong pinapapunta doon. The problem is yung mga karamihan nagti-TNT.
Oh.
So kaya yung mga students ngayon,
Oho.
medyo alanganin sila. Pero nag-promise naman sa amin na baka...
hindi sila mag-TNT.
Oo, sa akin, I can vouch for our
Titirahin
students.
sila ni Trump. Trump will go after them.
For our students.
Don't mess with Trump.
Yeah, I can vouch for our students because when they go there, they are not yet graduates. So that means they have to go back to graduate first.
Dr. Bulat, go ahead.
I just want to add to the question about why we're in BICO.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
certainly the connection was made first and foremost through Jasper, and he made the academic relationship with BICO University and the connection to the floating clinic possible. But as everything in global health, it is very expensive to be able to support programs like this, to come here or to bring faculty from the Philippines to the United States. So the other part why this is actually possible is because there is a very generous Bicolano in the United States who has given us money as a donation to the program to be able to sustain this.
And who is that? Do you have the privilege to divulge his
He wants
name?
to remain anonymous. So I know that our colleagues from the Philippines, when they've been to the United States, they've met him and his family. He is very humble. He is a very generous
Can I
and
possibly meet
gentle
him?
person. And of course, please come to the U.S. and we'll arrange for a meeting. But he has made it possible for this relationship to actually come to fruition and to come to life. So we're very grateful also to the Bicolano in the United States for making this a possibility.
Well, that's very nice. Doc Ophel, before we wind up, yung invitation mo, lalo na sa mga pasyente na gusto magpa-check up, and we go back to Doc Jasper and Doc Bulat. Go ahead, Doc Ophel.
Sa mga kababayan nating Bicolano dyan, lalo na yung malapit doon sa Bakakay, sa nahapunan, samahan nyo kami para makita nyo magaganda ang mga kasama namin. Meron kaming Muse na kasama. Meron kaming Superman and Batman na kasama.
Now we have a new title.
And a Superwoman. So, makikita nyo sila. Sobrang babait nila. Makita nyo lang sila, gagaling na kayo. So, magkita-kita tayo bukas. Alis kami dito ng before 7 o'clock.
Libre yun ha,
Yes,
libre.
libre yun.
Ano man na karamdaman, pwedeng pumunta
Samahan
doon.
mo kaya kami?
Po programa ko doon. Gusto
Okay.
sana magpakuan ng puso ko eh. Kasi
Okay.
I have a very lonely Valentine.
We have a cardiac surgeon.
And we have single here.
Single and
Yeah.
looking for trouble? You're now in trouble, ha? Whoever you are. Walang edad, Doc Ophel, maski mga bata, matanda, pwede. Floating clinic sa nahapunan, ha?
Yes.
Pwede sila pumunta lang, kumatok doon, just na, can I have a check-up, please?
So,
Okay.
punta sila doon kahit walk-in.
May gamot bang pwedeng maibigay initially?
Yeah.
Free medicine.
Free medicine. And yung follow-up, ano na sa
din.
gamot na yun?
Hindi. Magpa-follow up kami doon.
Kayo na
Babalik
mismo.
ulit.
Okay.
Every month.
Okay, so Doc Ophel and Doc Jasper, go ahead.
Well, Pio, thank you so much for inviting us over. I know you have a wide reach to Bicol region, if not the whole world. So we would like to thank you first and foremost for inviting us over, and to my colleagues for, I guess, trusting my word that Bicol is one of the best places in the world. And with that trust, they came over. Although they were worried about the Mayon volcano erupting, but
Don't
they
worry
came
about
over.
Mayon.
and-
We know how to handle her.
So thank you so much to everybody, and I hope to see you all tomorrow in Nahapunan.
Okay, Dr. Bulat.
Mr. Fernandez,
how,
thank
how,
you.
How's Mayon Volcano?
Very good. We're looking forward to seeing more of the beauties of Mayon. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a very big thank you to the communities here at Bicol. The communities who trust us, who have allowed us to come here to establish this academic partnership. And we hope to bring something back. We hope that the communities here will see the benefit of the partnership with Nuvance and through us with our other partners such as Sacred Heart University and others, because it's the communities and the people who live in these remote areas that make this work meaningful. So our promise and commitment is to ensure that this program is sustainable, that it's long-lasting, and this is a partnership for many years to come. And we're very grateful to everyone at Bicol University, at the Floating Clinic, and most importantly to all of the communities and patients here who trust us to make and realize this partnership. Thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to be here.
Be sure to be with me tonight. You will learn a lot from me this evening.
I'm looking forward to it.
I will show you so many places. I will bring you to so many places.
Actually, Governor Noel Rosal
uh-huh.
has already committed to actually tour them tomorrow.
Wag ka gobernador sa akin na.
We'll go with Mr. Fernandez.
Kana makapunta ako ng US, Dok.
Sige na.
Kaya lang wala pa akong visa eh.
Magpunta ka sa by the way,
Paano pwede ba?
lahat ng mga pupunta sa Amerika through Nuvans, lahat sila nabigyan ng visa. Mabilis pati. Walang tanong-tanong. Oo, isa.
Pwede ba? Can I have a visa? Can you help me procure a visa?
Please come and attend our conference in September, and we will send you an invitation letter.
Wow! And please give me the dollars.
That's Dr. Offa. She has a lot of dollars.
If I have the money, why not?
My husband will give you the dollars.
That's the state of Ophelia. You know the song, State of Ophelia? Okay, so Doc Ophel, nice having you sa programa, Doc Jasper, Doc Bulat, and to the group. Ano nang Bicol na dialect ang alam nila?
Bicol dialect.
That you know.
Do you know?
No.
Oh. Pugi si Pio.
Pero ang importante, Pio, gusto kong sabihin sa iyo, Pio, na naaaliw ako sa kanila kasi kahapon nag-jeep sila. Nag-jeep, nag-tricycle. Mula BRTT8 hanggang SM. Alam mo ako, 30 years, mahigit na 30 years, hindi ako nakakasakay ng jeep.
Langyak, hindi ka nag-
Kaya nahiya ako sa sarili ko, mag-jeep na ako.
So, how much did you pay for the tricycle driver? For the fare?
11 pesos.
13.
13. 13.
How about how's your experience riding in a jeepney?
It's fun.
It's fun. You have those blaring stereo sounds or what?
Wala ba kayong traffic?
We felt close to the community.
Yeah.
At hindi lang yun. Kumain sila sa food court ng SM.
And Dr. Bulat, mamayang gabi, may kakainin siya dapat. Dr. Jasper, sige, parting message. Go ahead.
Okay, so, well, I guess thank you so much for having us. And again, we are hoping na makita po natin yung mga kababayan natin sa nahapunan bukas. And salamat na rin sa mga local officials na sumusuporta sa amin to make sure that everybody's safe and everything is smooth.
Si Jing, kapatid, tugang mo si Jing, si Jing?
Yung pagka nagpo-post nga na ako sa Facebook, mas takol ang likes na kaysa sa post ko. Takol ng followers.
Sige. Dr. Bulat, September, please send me the visa.
Please come to our conference and showcase it on your radio.
Give me the dollars, baby. Dr. Bulat, go ahead.
Yeah, this is my second time visiting the Bicol region, Legazpi, and I just want to say that I'm amazed by the local culture here, how friendly, how hospitable you all are, how much you love to sing. How much you love to dance, and how incredibly welcome we are always made to feel. This is the second time being here. I already feel as though coming back here is like coming back home to your own family. We know so many people here, and that's why we're very grateful. We're looking forward to being here again, and of course to making sure, as I mentioned, that this partnership can last for many years.
And you're so lucky because Mayon volcano is erupting.
Yes.
In a
Very
safe
fortunate.
manner.
Yeah. That's right.
And it erupts every 5 or 3 years, and you can enjoy it whenever the weather is clear, especially at night time. So it's nice having you guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Can I have one?
Yeah, please.
Aside from thanking the Nuvans Global Health Group, I want to advertise that our College of Medicine is now open for admission for the coming school year, and you know very well that our tuition fees is very little. It's less than $1,000 every semester, and also we have scholarships available for them, especially those who are poor. Maganda kasi maging student. ang mga estudyante na scholars,
Mhm.
kasi sila yung mas malamang pupunta din sa lugar nila.
Yeah.
So the essence of global health is for these doctors to really go to the areas na underserved.
Mhm.
Sa ngayon kulang talaga tayo ng doktor. Kaya sana maging doktor, mas marami pa, invite mo sa show mo.
Yeah, oo.
And then
Enroll sa BU.
endorse, oo, for interview, and they just take the NMAT and yeah. So maraming salamat sa DCGB, lalo na kay Pio who always invite me for anything that I need to promote.
So that's the national anthem of Albay today, the alarm. Mayan. That's our national anthem here.
Yes.
God damn it. Okay guys, girls, thank you so much, and it's nice having you show, and good luck sa activity.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Mga
you.
tugay na sa tuyang mga guest tali sa Estados Unidos de America, Doc Ophel, inubos mo na naman sa English ko. Sige, mapaaram na kita ano tabi. So sa pangarang kabilog na tropa, salamat kan sa ido pagantabay. Ang dami pa nating hanap buhay, and mahal na Diyos ang magbantay.
Sa indong nadangog ang programang Tingog kan